You see me locate all of the tracks in Super Mario Kart into the real world? So let's try and do it for Mario Kart 64. So let's go through all 16 tracks in Mario Kart 64 and place them in a real world location where they will most likely be located if the Mushroom Kingdom was a real place. So yeah, so if you're all happy with that, let's start off with N64 Luigi Raceway. Honestly, this track could take place anywhere, since there's no hints or indications on which part of the world this track would be located. So I'm just gonna go for Italy because Mario and Luigi are from Italy, so yeah, I guess it just makes sense. For N64 Moo Moo Farm, obviously this has to take place in a country that has lots of farms. And I think that maybe America might be a suitable place for Moo Moo Farm. I just feel this track has sort of like a country, rural, like American feel to it, probably due to the music. So I reckon that this track can take place in one of the more rural parts of America. So I'm going to put it somewhere in the central part of America, where the Great Plains is located. This track is very similar to SNES Cooper Beach, being that it takes place on a tropical island. So I'm going to put it in a similar location, being the Caribbean islands. And if you wait until I place the Mario Kart 8 tracks in the real world, well, I see why I put N64 Cooper Beach in the Caribbean islands. So, Calamari Desert has to take place in an area where there's lots of deserts. Now initially I was thinking either a country in Africa or the country in the Middle East would do, judging on the music of the track and the fact that it has a train. So then I was thinking more Middle East rather than African, but then I saw an object in the track that made up my mind. And I actually think that neither Africa nor the Middle East would be suitable for Calamari Desert. I actually think it's going to be Mexico. I think Mexico will be the best choice to rank Calamari Desert. The reason is because of the cacti that's around the off-road of the track. So yeah, so I think Mexico is definitely the best country for this track. I mean, this track just has to take place in America, just like Moo Moo Farm. But instead of a rural part of America, it obviously needs to take place in an urban part of America. Since this track takes place on the busy road with lots of cars, I think urban America is the best choice. So let's locate it in the eastern part of America near New York. This track has a lot of snow in it, so it must take place in an area with a lot of snow. So let's go with Northern Canada. I mean, it's fairly obvious. North Canada snows a lot, and it snows a lot in this track. There's also a river in the middle of the track, so maybe that river can be the Holiday River, which is located in Northern Canada, so Frappo Snowland has to be in Canada. When I think of where Choco Mountain would be located in real life, I think of being located near the Youngest Highway. This highway is considered the world's most dangerous road due to steep slopes, narrow roads, high altitude and lack of guardrails and fog, and it's nicknamed the Road of Death. This road is located in Bolivia, which is where I'm going to locate N64 Choco Mountain. This track, just like Death Road, has high altitude, bumpy hills near the end, high cliff tops, fog and not a lot of guardrails to protect you from falling off. It even has some boulders that fall off the cliff of the track and attempt to squash you. So this track just makes me think of Death Road in Bolivia, due to this track having a lot of similar features to the real life road. So yeah, I'm gonna locate Choco Mountain in Bolivia. Just like most of the raceway and circuit tracks, this track could be located anywhere. I've already done Luigi Raceway and SNES Mario Circuit in Italy, so let's take a break from Italy and let's just put it somewhere else. America, why not? Wario Stadium. Now this track is located in a massive stadium. Countries that have a big dirt bike stadium that's similar to Wario Stadium include the Spring Creek MX in America, the Ernie MX in France, and the Loket motocross track in Czech Republic. And I've located a lot of these tracks in America, so let's take a break from America, let's go somewhere else. So either France or Czech Republic. I feel like that the layout of N64 Warrior Stadium is more similar to the look at motocross track in the Czech Republic. So I'm going to locate it in the Czech Republic. Well, Sherbetland's obviously going to be located in the South Pole. It's obvious. The obvious giveaway are the penguins that are located everywhere on this track, and penguins live in the Antarctic. So yeah, N64 Sherbetland obviously will be in the South Pole. Now this track, I want to locate this in the United Kingdom. The reason why I'm going to locate it in the UK is because of the fact that it is a royal raceway. So I reckon it could be a reference to the royal family in the United Kingdom. So I'm going to locate N64 Royal Raceway in the UK. Lava. Lots and lots of lava. This track needs to be located near a volcanic country. So, for Bowser's Castle, let's go with Iceland. There are 2 volcanoes in Iceland, so I reckon that N64 Bowser's Castle could be located in one of the 2 volcanic areas in Iceland. This track is a jungle, so it needs to be located in a jungly area in the world. Now I'm thinking about going to Africa for this one. There are lots of rainforests in African countries, such as Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Congo, Guinea, Liberia and Ethiopia. But this track is also surrounded by water, so it needs to be in a coastal area in Africa, not a landlocked country. So it can't be Ethiopia or Congo since they're landlocked. So either Liberia or Sierra Leone, since they're coastal countries. So you know what, let's go for Sierra Leone, why not? Sierra Leone will be the location for N64 DK Jungle Parkway. This track kind of reminds me of Death Valley, which is in America. So yeah, that's pretty much it. N64 Yoshi Valley is just going to be located in America. There's not really that much more to say about it. Similar to what I said when I was locating SNES Ghost Valley, Banshee Boardwalk needs to be located somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, since there's no sign of land at any point of this track. Since this track is surrounded by water, if you fall off this track, you'll land in the water before Lucky Chu comes and saves you. And also the big fish that jumps up over the water over that track, which means that this track has to be located above water. So yeah, let's just go someplace abandoned in the Pacific Ocean. And this track, in space. Yeah, not even located on the Earth, so there's no point saying anything more about N64 Rainbow Road. It will obviously be in space. So, let's take a look at an overview of where these new Mario Kart 64 tracks will be located. So let's take a look in Europe. So, we've got 2 tracks now in Italy, being the SNES Mario Circuit and the N64 Luigi Raceway. Obviously, we've got N64 Warrior Stadium inside the Czech Republic. We've got Royal Raceway in the UK, as well as Bowser's Castle located in Iceland. Let's take a look at Asia. We still just got SNES Bowser's Castle in Japan, so no Mario Kart 64 tracks will take place in Asia. Now if we take a look at North America, as we can see, lots of tracks are starting to be added into North America. So we've got Frappe Snowland, the only one in Canada so far, Koopa Troopa Beach and SNES Koopa Beach, very close together near the Caribbean islands. And we've got Calamari Desert joining SNES Choco Island in Mexico. And we've got Moo Moo Farm and Yoshi Valley, because they're quite rural areas, so I put them near the centre of America, near the Great Plains. And I also put Royal Raceway and Toast Turnpike near the urban areas of America, since they're more urban parts of America. So let's go to South America. So we've only got one, which is Choco Mountain, which is located in Bolivia near Death Road. Then finally we've got one track in Africa in Sierra Leone, and that is where N64 DK Jungle Parkway is located. And let's take a look at the overview of the whole world map. So we've got 2 new tracks here. So we've got N64 Sherbetland taking place in the South Pole, as well as N64 Banshee Boardwalk just being abandoned in some isolated place near the Pacific Ocean. So those are where I think all of the Mario Kart 64 tracks would be located if they were in the real world. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for when I will rank the Mario Kart Super Circuit tracks in the real world. But until then, see you all in 2 weeks. Goodbye.